Yeah, it's just been a huge part of who I am, you know, since, you know, for the last over 20 years now. Most of my life has been strength or strength athletics. So it's really what I know, you know, and I'm hoping when I get older, you know, I'll feel comfortable, you know, backing away from the sport, but I know before I can ever have any peace, I have a lot more I want to accomplish, you know, as far as I want to set marks that'll be big staples for years to come. Yeah, most all my, you know, trophies over the years since I started powerlifting at 15, I always, you know, get my mom and dad, so their house is full of them. Here the last couple of years, I started, you know, keeping some for here. It's kind of cool, put it out, see it. It's cool for them. The kids can see it, you know, kind of put a picture with, you know, what's being talked about. So a couple of these from a couple of years I won the Fit Expo in LA. These two were from the deadlift championships the last couple of years in England. Last year I was second, the year before I was third. Last year I tore a hamstring going for the weight to tie for first. Last year I broke the world national record in deadlift for IPL. So that's what those are from. Pulled 914. I'm really close to, you know, pushing, you know, top spots at some big shows and setting some records that could be set for years to come. So it's only built that fire even more. As far as deadlift, I'd like to go after that record of Eddie's at some point.
Did you give me a new screensaver?
No, I'm out of this.
That's weird. I just woke up with it.
James just turned 6 back in December. He's a monster himself. He's going to be a big boy. And Abigail, she's same thing. She's getting the height, you know. And they're both starting to get into sports now, which is making everything else even busier.
She's a big deal. She's got her own trophies. She's won second place for Moss Wrestling. I think it was 3 years ago that she did, and nobody else signed up. So no other girls, I should say, signed up.
Boys.
So she had to do 2 boys, and so she ended up second overall. Huh? Mm-hmm. She did really good.
I just like to write sometimes, so whatever I kind of think of, I just kind of write it. Dear Dad, I'm so happy you are my dad. I wouldn't want anyone else to be my dad. You are the best American deadlifter. You are my biggest inspiration. When you went to the Kazmaier Classic and you tore your left bicep, I was inspired because you were hurt and you came out after the Stone of Steel and you got 5th place. You also inspire me when you go to the Arnold Classic in Ohio. Dad, you may be serious and inspiring, but you can also make me laugh and dispense the worst smell out of your butthole. I love you, Dad. Love, Gator.
I like to do the glycofusion for some extra carbs, electrolytes, kind of in between meals. Even on a day like this where I'm not training, it's just nice to kind of keep up the carbs because I'm just burning so much in my body weight. Hey, Bub. You want a protein? You want a protein? Yeah?
I got water right
You want to bring your water? And the Pro is a great protein that I take throughout the day also. But the kids like it. Gator, you want one?
Sure.
No protein? Yeah, same thing to her. playing volleyball. They're both playing sports now. He's playing football. Actually playing flag and tackle, so protein's important. Hey, bud. He's hiding now. Yeah, he got scared. Hey. What are you being shy now, man? What are you being shy now for?
What?
Come here. I sacrifice a lot to do this and miss out on a lot as it is, but there's just still stuff I try to get in there that I don't want to miss out on because they're only going to be this age once, you know. So. So like, oh, there's a dead duck.
Why did you catch that one?
Because it was a dead duck.
Sorry.
Hey,
Hi.
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 Bubba.
Where's Bubba? He's hiding.
Yeah.
I'm Jerry Pritchett, and I'm Jerry Jr.'s dad.
Yeah, this is where I grew up, pretty much. Moved here, I was probably about first grade,
Yeah,
something like that.
up first grade.
And even for a lot of years, after I was grown, we moved my gym back in here. He put up with us training out there on the nights and weekends.
Growing up, mostly played Little League Baseball. When we went into high school, he thought he wanted to play football. And so to get stronger, I had a friend that had a gym. And so I called Mike, a friend of mine, and he says, yeah, tell him come on down. And that's how it got started. In fact, a week later, he had him in a competition, and it just went from there. Just the lifting and the football through high school. And then, of course, in the summer and Saturdays and everything, he worked at my shop, you know, since he was 12, 13 years old, metal shop. And so you're being physical all the time, you know.
Known each other for a long time, yeah, but we didn't get like official like boyfriend girlfriend dating or anything until about 2011, and then we got married in 2013. It was like 13, yeah. To be honest with you, and I'll tell you, he had a mustache, and it was a very thin one, and I was not impressed. He had a nice body and a nice butt because he was into powerlifting, but like as far as like his facial hair and stuff, yeah, it was, yeah, I didn't like it. He was kind of like country, like hillbilly for me. It takes him an hour to get to work. He leaves anywhere between 3 and 4 in the morning, and depending on traffic, depends on how long it takes him to get home. But he usually hits the gym on his way home, so. And then we don't see each other until about like 5:30, 6 o'clock that evening.
It's an industrial park over here, so it makes it good for what we do. Strongman, you know, it's not something they want to do in a commercial gym setting. They don't want the big heavy equipment around and slamming weights and chalk and everything goes along with it. Home sweet home. My first powerlifting meet when I was 15, my bench and squat weren't that great, but I deadlifted 380. at 15.
He's very methodical in that sense that like he has a plan. Like if he knows he's got a show coming up, he has where he needs to be throughout like every week. He's got it very planned out that he needs to hit this weight by this week. I know that he is very focused, and so for me, I know that he's going to do well, and I want him to do really well, but I just don't want the injury. And I think that's the biggest thing that worries me more than anything is when he puts up the weight, that as long as we walk away from competition, like not injured, we're good. That's my biggest fear, is that he gets injured. And so when he does get injured, then it's a big, it's a blow to everything because it messes up like what his plan is, like what he plans to do for the year, and what competitions he has lined up.
So he is a champion standing before you.
And up next is Jerry Pritchett from USA. It's his 5th appearance to the Arnold Classic. It's 36 and 6'4", 370 pounds, former powerlifter. One of the greatest deadlifters in the world.
Strongman's a brutal sport. The things we do to our bodies. Last several years, I partially tore this patella tendon in China in 13. I've torn, both biceps. I tore this calf at the Fit Expo a couple years ago. I tore this quadricep tendon 75% in Malaysia at World Strongman in 2015. Probably one of the worst tears I had. And then I've tore the labrum in this shoulder. I tore the hamstring, grade 3 tear at the deadlift championship last year in July.
In attendance for the heaviest deadlift ever taken.
Well, I'm going to share with you a little bit of something about Jerry Pritchett. As I've been watching him over the last 5 years at World's Strongest Man, what he's done is nothing short of incredible in the deadlift. What are the chances of him making this? Huge.
It's up to you guys. Listen, I'm a fan. I'm not an announcer now. Come on, Jerry Pritchett. Let's break this world record. Everybody want to see you do it. Your family in the crowd wants to see you do it. Let's go. Come on, stand up if you're sitting down. Get up, man. Your energy.
And 31 pounds, exceeding Eddie Hall's record of last year.
Walk away afterwards.
And he's walking away after this one.
That's a walk-off home run right there. That's a walk-off home run if I ever saw one.
Well,
I'm hoping when I get older, I'll feel comfortable, backing away from the sport. But I know before I can ever have any peace, I have a lot more I want to accomplish. As far as I want to set marks that'll be big staples for years to come.